Well, we've got ourselves a big basement project coming up. And that means, among all the other work that I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to drill some holes in some pretty tough materials. I've got it all down there: brick, I have got concrete, and I have got tile. And so I knew I was going to have to come up with some way to drill into these things. And I started thinking a bit about these diamond bits. I looked around online a little bit and I found these and they looked like they were going to be perfect. They got really good ratings. So a big thank you to the Tavire store for sending me a sample of these to try out. Now, when I got this right out of the box and I started looking at it, there were some things about these that I really, really liked. For starters, these are very well thought out. I'm going to explain this here in just a minute, and I'm actually going to go try these things out on a number of different materials. I think I'm going to try it on some brick and some concrete, probably some tile. I'm going to try all these out. I'm showing this to you now because it's brand new right out of the package. I actually haven't used these yet, but I am going to give them a try here very shortly. Now, the packaging itself, which doesn't always get addressed that much, is very nice. You've got a really good box here with really strong foam. And I actually really like this. It's got very nice, clear instructions right here up on the top. It's not just as easy as putting a hole in these things. There are a couple of methods that you have to use. And if you haven't done this before, this little instruction kit right up here is going to be very helpful, and it's mounted right inside. So you can't help but to see it whenever you're going to be using these things. Now, the case is very, very nice. You can keep these. It's going to keep all of these bits nice and organized. I like that. If you're like me, you've got bits and adapters and tools that fall out in your toolbox and they're all over the place. So anytime I get these things in a nice case, I really appreciate that. The bits themselves, and you are going to get this kit like this that is a 9-piece kit. So you've got 7 of the bits right here, and then you can see up top here, you have got 2 of these pilot hole bits, which I'm going to show you here in just a second. Now, every one of these is set up with a hex shank. You can see right here. This is just, will go right into your drill. And with this hex up here, it's going to prevent slipping, which is really good because you're going to have to grind away through these things. There's a couple of other things on here that I really, really like that I think are so well thought out. Starting with it, each one of these actually has got a depth gauge on it, so you can see how deep you are going into whatever material you're going. The, the bit head itself, there's a few things about this that I really like. And you can see on here that it's coated with these diamonds. See, all over the place. These are tungsten carbide bits, which means they are very, very strong. And if you've ever used these before, you might notice when you get these out, this is one of the things that jumped out to me when I took these out of the package right away, is that the coated portion up here is actually quite a bit thicker than a lot of the other ones that I've used. This also has got on the inside here, you'll see that this is coated with a wax. Now this is a cooling wax. If you've ever drilled in concrete or tile or even granite, something like that, you'll know that these bits tend to get kind of hot. And even up in the instructions, it mentions this right here, that if you're going to be drilling for a long time, you want to put either some kind of water or a drilling oil or something to cool these down and reduce the friction. But this also, having this wax in here, helps quite a bit. Now, the other thing I noticed about this is when you get these, you'll notice it's got this little groove right here. Now, this is called a flute. And what a flute does is, while you're drilling, it gives the dust a little path to escape on. So a lot of that dust will come out of here better than if this wasn't fluted at all. So these look really great, and I'm really anxious to try them out. And again, up in the top here, what you've got here is your pilot hole bit. And it looks a lot like just a Phillips head screwdriver bit on the top. But this is what you make your pilot hole with. So before you drill your hole with one of these, you're going to use this and you're going to make a pilot hole. And then there's a little bit of a method to using these where you kind of angle these bits in and kind of straighten them up. And I'm going to show you this here in just a minute. But I wanted to show you what this looked like before it got all dirty so you could see what it looks like right out of the package. So I'm going to go try these out on a few different materials and we're going to see how they work out. And hopefully this will make my basement job a little bit easier. So hang tight. I'm going to go out. I'm going to try this on a few different materials and we'll see what kind of a hole we can make. So I tried this on a number of different materials. I started with brick and I could not believe how easily it made the hole in there. And from there, I wanted to try something else. So I moved on to a piece of tile. Same thing. Pilot hole went perfectly. The hole saw starting at an angle and then straightening it up. Made a very nice hole without cracking the tile. Beautiful hole in there. And finally, I went on to some concrete. And it was the same thing. Pilot hole went in easily and the hole saw cut beautifully. I could not believe how quickly this went in and how clean of a hole that it made. And it didn't heat up that much. Well, needless to say, I am very pleased with my new drill bit set that is now a little bit filthy, but that can get cleaned up easily enough. I was very surprised at how easily and how well this worked. The pilot hole went in very cleanly, very quickly, and then using the regular bits, they worked very well also, and even on the ceramic tile, they did not leave any cracks. Very, very clean holes. You get bits that start at a 1/4 inch and go all the way up to a 1/2 inch. I used a 5/16 here for the demonstration. You can see it's the one that's so dirty. But these are absolutely amazing. I would definitely recommend these, and I'm probably going to get another set of them.